All right, this will be one last video with factoring. I will kind of give you a quick overview and almost like a cheat sheet that I'm going to have at the very end. Okay, so no matter what, you could always fast forward, go to the cheat sheet. For here, I'm going to just do a couple of these problems. They're going to look very similar, but this is for us to look for what signs I need. What will the signs be? Okay, so for this, whenever I do my diamond, okay, I'm going to do the first times the last, x squared times negative 48. Negative 48 x squared would be up here. This guy will be the bottom part, negative 2x. Okay, so since I'm multiplying to a negative number up top, the signs are going to have to be different. So negative, so if this is negative, I'm going to have different signs. So one of each, one plus, one minus. Boom. For this, I need to figure out what multiplies to 48 and adds to 2. So I can list out my factors if I need to. So I would have like 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, 6 times 8. Boom. Got quite a bit of them here. So the ones that would give me a 2 would be 6 times 8. All right. Figure out which one's negative. Well, I have to add to a negative 2. So there's a big thought process that has to go through here. If you're good with your mental math and your multiplication facts, this should go pretty quick. However, if not, you may have to bust out your calculator a little bit, do a little guess and check. But no matter what, this diamond should always work. I would check this before you put any answer into Khan Academy. So I'd have to have a negative 8x plus 6x. From here, we could do the box, or from what I showed you before in previous videos, is that there's a shortcut for these because this first one is 1. I can just plug these into parentheses. So this would be x plus 6 and x minus 8. Boom. Done. That is your answer, whatever those numbers are. For the next one, we're going to do the exact same process. We're going to have the x, boom. Only now it's a positive 48x squared and a plus 16. So since this is positive, these signs have to be the same. What you can do then, since this is positive, you look back, okay, that means they both have to be positive. So I'd have a plus and a plus. Ones that will give me a 16 would be a 4 and a 12. So I have 4x, 12x, and I can plug them in. X plus 4, x plus 12. Again, look back. 4 plus 12 is 16. 4 times 12 is 48. Okay, and for this last one, all right, I would still have a 48x squared by multiplying, but now I have a negative 19x down here. Guess I forgot that x up here. Boom. So, okay, since this is positive, they're going to have the same sign. Okay, but I'm going to look back. That means they'll both be negative. Okay, now I have to figure out which one's going to give me a 19 or a negative 19. It would be negative 3x and a negative 16x. And I can plug those in. X minus 3 times x minus 16. Okay, and that would be your answer. Didn't circle my other one. Boom. Okay, so for a shortcut, I'm going to do a little wall here. Okay, I'm going to look at the signs. All right, if this last one is negative, so last sign negative. Okay, so like I could have something, let me erase this quick. So if I have something plus and then a minus, so looking like this, the last sign here is a negative. I'm going to have, the signs will be different. So I'm going to have 1 plus and 1 minus. Okay. So that would happen if the last sign is, if I have a positive and a negative here. Okay. I'm going to have same thing, 1 plus, 1 minus. This would be for your answer. So the thing that you would circle. So like for here, this one here would go with the x plus 6, x minus 8. Since that last sign is negative, last sign negative, last sign negative, boom, I would have 1. Actually, let's do this. Can maybe do a little highlight. Since that's negative, negative, that's this example. Okay, that tells me you would have both. You would have one of each sign. Okay, doesn't matter whether that first one's positive or first one's negative. That last sign, if it's negative, you'll have one of each. Now, if the last sign is positive, so last sign is a positive. Okay, which means I could have something like a positive and a positive. Okay, that tells me that they're going to be the same. So I'd have plus and plus in between. Okay, if I have a last one positive and the first one negative, they're going to be the same, but now I'm going to look back and they're both negative. Boom. Okay, so again, this guy here is positive, tells you they're the same. Look back, positive, positive. So if the last one's positive, you look back, that tells you it'll be a positive and a positive in your final answer. If you look back and you see that this is positive here, okay, they're both going to be the same and they will be negative in your answer. Boom, boom. Positive, same, look back. That means they'll be negative in your answer. Okay, so maybe I'll go back and do these. So since that, I would have one of each. Boom, boom. That gives me, that comes from this. Last one negative, one of each. Last one positive, they will both be the same. Okay, positive, positive, we just have positive, positive. Last one positive, that tells you they're the same. I'd have negative, negative. Boom. So this on the right side here, if you were to write that down, that could be helpful if you struggle with getting your signs.